Hey, I just want to give you just a really quick breakdown of this assignment. Obviously, I've got a written description for you, but what I'm really looking for, and I mentioned this at the end of the week two overview video, is a little bit more background on maybe one of the scholars that we've been using to learn more about the history of composition. We've read a lot of work from Brereton. We're going to read something from Sharon Crowley. We're going to read something from Berlin and Inkster. I mentioned in the last video, the overview video, that Berlin is a huge figure and scholar in rhetoric and composition. So for this assignment, what I'm looking for is a really kind of brief 2 to 3 page overview of one of these scholars. It doesn't necessarily have to be anyone we've read. Uh, it can be maybe someone that you've indirectly connected to from one of the readings. I don't mind. I just want it to be somebody in the field, composition, rhetoric. If you're not sure about a particular scholar, you can always ask me. I'll tell you if they're connected to that world or not. But for the most part, everybody we're reading in here is, and then everyone that they reference or cite is usually connected, unless it's like one of the philosophies or the philosophical theories or something. So again, give us like a 2 to 3 page overview of that scholar. I've given you some questions to think about, but for the most part, I'm trying to leave it open too because I want to, learn more about this person too. I mean, although I do study this, I can't know everything about every scholar. So it's interesting to learn more about some of their work. A lot of times I learn more about what they're up to now, or I learn more about what they actually did. You never have a chance to read everybody's work sometimes, so you may miss a really cool piece or something they did that you didn't know. So again, this is an opportunity for all of us to learn more about one of the scholars in the field and some of their contributions. So it would be interesting to give us, a little overview of this scholar, and then kind of dive into, some of their work. What have they done? What's some of the most significant things they've done? How's their work maybe transformed the field or contributed to the field? Things like that. And again, I'm just looking over the overview to make sure that I'm covering everything. Yeah, and again, I note too that the most significant thing is your last page. If it's a 2 to 3 page report, just make sure you have a page of some analysis, where you're able to draw some conclusions about what you learn from reading more about this particular scholar. Make sure you have a couple resources, a couple references, a couple articles or sources, quality sources that help you learn more about that particular scholar, right? Again, just to give us a little bit of a deeper critical perspective of someone in the field, and highlight some of their work, highlight some of their contributions, draw some conclusions about that. You could maybe situate them into the conversation that we're having now. We've already got a couple weeks here of reading done. You know, where do you see the scholar fitting in that conversation? Where uh, does their work hold relevance or importance? Something like that. And again, I'll provide a sample just so everybody can get an idea of what I'm looking for. You don't have to obviously copy that sample exactly. You can just kind of model it and just kind of use it. Again, I'm not looking for some strict replication of the form. I'm just looking for a nice overview and some critical insights into a scholar. All right, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, of course, just ask me. This isn't designed to be a really complicated assignment. It's just designed to create another resource for us to use to learn more about the history of comp and the theories of comp, and then to use in your final paper. So remember, the main audience for all of these reading responses and all of these reports are your classmates, and your classmates are going to use these and reference these in their final project. So think about that when you're writing. How can I write? What can I provide in this report, in these reading responses that my students can actually use and benefit from and quote and reference? So just be thinking about that. Keep that at the forefront. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.